Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're talking about the concept of what we call the Inquisition going through the Senate, and we're talking about the Vice President who's being demonized. Let's talk about surveys quickly. To my understanding, the Gallup survey, which is the biggest survey group in the United States, when it comes to consumer surveys, one, samples run into the thousands. To be specific, it's up to 25,000 samples before a consumer group will get some type of information. Now, the funniest thing about consumer surveys is this information is kept a secret. This becomes a tool in strategic management to go after its competition. They keep this information and they manage whatever they do in marketing going forward. In politics, it's obvious when this is openly given to the public, it is being used as a tool. It's being used like a smoking gun. They use this to try and direct public opinion towards what it is that the perpetrators want. Let's go back to that. We have Pastor Boy Saicon with us right here in the studio. Pagdating sa surveys, lumabas itong kay Nuvo. Ito independent to, nilabas nila. I'm not sure what their business model is. But Kasiple, being an outspoken political analyst, not identified with either side. Yun lang maganda sa kanya. Not identified. He's come out and said, well, Binay has hit rock bottom. It's very unlikely that he will go down. So in other words, demonizing Binay by the Inquisition will go nowhere. It will go for naught. Do you agree with that?
Alam mo, tama na rin. No? It has reached what we call the level of saturated, sabi ko nga.
31%, which is way above required for any political leader to go into an election.
Pero sabi ko the mission is to destroy him at all costs. To the point, forcing maybe Binay to withdraw from the presidential bid. That's the objective of the enemies. Now, will that succeed? With this now, of Kasiple's survey, tells them it will never succeed. Because the strength of Binay, over a period of time, is the strength in the rural areas.
Mukha nga eh.
Not in the urban
deeply
areas.
Rooted eh.
Rooted na.
Rooted eh.
Yung strength nung kanyang tinatawag na sisterhood cities, that has been sustained not only in the last 4 years, but even when he was a mayor, becomes already the bailiwicks that he enjoys today. Kaya, to the point of destroying him before the court of public opinion, merong hanggaan po yan. Hindi po pwede na masira ng husto si Binay. Ngayon, masisira lang po si Binay pag idinimanda po ninyo yan at doon ninyo sinustain sa korte ang labanan. Because
so you are against that he goes to court. Unlike Nancy Binay saying, isampan nyo sa Sandigang Bayan para kasi masasubjudice yan.
Hindi, kaya nga sabi ko nga the court today for public official is the Sandigan Bayan.
Correct.
Okay, so sabi ko nga, then let the ombudsman do its work. Let the executive...
Not the Senate.
Not the Senate.
Not the Senate.
Kasi yung Senado placed into the court of public opinion, wala siyang limitation. Ang hirap, walang rule of court. Walang rule of law.
If we look at the surveys, let's look at everybody else. Lahat sila bumagsak. Hindi naman tumataas si Rojas eh. If the perpetrators or the people behind the Inquisition is Mar Rojas, assume.
Hindi yun.
And the Liberal Party,
Yeah.
because the Liberal Party want to stay another 6 years.
Yes.
Okay. They can see it's going nowhere.
Correct.
Okay. Anong pwede nilang gawin susunod? I mean, that's why just keep it there and keep trying to ruin Binay.
That's the objective wherein they will fail because even the president's rating will not go high. That's the target really. Make Binay lower than the presidential or the president's rating. Hindi na mangyayari yun. Katulad itong in-skip niya yung pagpunta doon sa Tacloban.
Mga tama na naman sa presidente yun.
It's not just that. Even the religious sectors that were communicating with us. We are supposed to have a leader of all Filipinos.
Baliktad eh.
Ang nangyayari, he is being led by the Liberal Party to skip Tacloban because it is unpopularly afraid that they will be rejected. Eh, kako, kasalanan ba ni Presidente yung ginawang kasalanan ni Rojas, kasalanan ni Presidente yun? Hindi they should do more so that the President should stay the course.
Pero nakikinig siya kay Rojas. So, when you say Liberal Party, we're talking Rojas, we're talking Abaya, we're talking Erice is always talking.
Yes.
Basically, ito yung mga
Ito yung mga tinatawag natin na mga influence factors in the Liberal Party.
Butch Abad, without a doubt.
That makes the President a captured element of that decision-making body. No? Kasi politically,
Correct.
who would counsel the President not to go to Tacloban? And
sila
even the Pope that will go all the way
Will
from
go to
Rome
Tacloban.
will go to Tacloban. Then all of a sudden, you tell your President not to go.
Hindi pwede.
Paano nang tingin ng mundo sa atin? Sarili nating Pangulo, na tatay ng bayan, in-skip niya yun, and yet the Pope, from Rome, will go.
You're saying Noynoy has no capacity to judge and no competence for him to make that decision. After all, he is the president. He is being misled by the Liberal Party for their intention. And for what purpose? Para ibagsak si Binay, paangatin si Noynoy. Pero Noynoy cannot run anymore.
But the problem is, they have to increase the power of endorsement of a popular president. Paano lalakas ang popularity niya kung ang ginagawa naman negative doon sa isang taong matalik na kaibigan ng pamilya nila?
Isa pa yun. How does the president handle that, boy? I mean, Balsi and the sisters are pro-Binay. They're not necessarily pro-Rojas.
Yes.
And yet the president, based on nakita natin sa television, hindi niya tinitingnan si Binay in the last Yolanda cluster.
No.
Ni ayaw niya tingnan. Kaliwat kanan kung saan-saan, parang maliit na bata eh.
Umiiwas.
Umiiwas. Where does that go? I mean, ganun talaga itong presidente natin. Talaga ganun kahina.
Ako nga I was waiting for maturity in the process of a presidency.
And remember, the first 2 years, very optimistic.
Sabi ko nga na he will learn in that position. But imbis na nag-uumpisa, patapos na yung term niya, we're still looking for that leadership quality. Nangyayari, para bang he is being led rather than he is leading. No?
But how is the Liberal Party going to go forward? So ang gusto nila, ibagsak natin si Binay, angat natin si Pinoy. If Pinoy is more popular, then he will endorse whoever in the Liberal Party. Obviously, the sentimental choice being Rojas.
Mabibit-bit mo yung taong bayan eh. Pagka ikaw ay popular ka, di ba, yung influensya mong mabit-bit ang desisyon ng taong bayan.
Pero kahit pa ba iangat ang political capital ni Rojas, parang it's gone.
Hindi, yung kay Rojas, pag nasira ng todo si Binay, hindi naman sa kanya lilipat eh.
Hindi nga eh.
It will not transfer to him
It won't even go to Noynoy.
No? But at least, Noynoy is not being harmed, that as being a candidate, at least his trust rating must be higher than that of Binay because of the corruption issue. Pero hindi nag-iiba eh. Kasi hindi bali yung popularity rating, name recall, pero yung trust rating.
Yung trust rating.
Ng tao.
Kailangan taasan nila yung rating ni Pinoy. But for what objective in the end? To run again?
No.
Chacha?
Pagka may mga tumutulak sa kanya, kaya yung, alam mo, I'm very bothered by his answer in Brussels eh. When he was asked if there was enough time for Congress to
it's the wrong choice daw.
Hindi, ang sagot niya doon was, there is enough time, tinatanong siya ng international media, to constitute Congress into Constituent Assembly for charter change. Anong sagot niya doon? If there is a will, there is a way.
Delikado. After all, he has the
Alam
numbers
mo,
in Congress.
you have to be very careful, especially in those answers. And that sinabi din niya doon, in the same context, that I'm not closing my door on my re-election bill.
But you and I know, and I'm sure his political analysts know, and many in the Liberal Party, that's political suicide. To ram charter change, it's like the Bangsamoro at this point. They're ramming it down our throat. It's not going to go anywhere if they push the whole thing. If they push Chacha last minute to keep noy-noy there, aba, I think we're going to see a real EDSA 1A, di ba, come back into play.
Kaya nga, mahirap paniwalaan din talaga yan. Pero sometimes you have to realize when there is so much fear, so much greed that lurks around the president, around his people.
The insatiable appetite takes
Yung
over.
fear dahil dun sa creation ng DAP.
Kasi hindi pa sila nahahabol doon, tinataguan pa nila.
Kaya wala pang nilalabas sila na actual expenses from 2010 to 2014. Yung pinakulong na tatlo, si Jinggoy, si Enrilet, saka si Revilla, were all the basis of 2006-2009 expenditure.
Wala pa yung 2010.
Wala pa yung 2010.
Where the DAP is.
Oo, paano ngayon kako na i-compare ko kung mas mahiigi sila kay Gloria, yung sariling expenses ng Aquino administration, wala pang inilalabas. Dahil doon tumama yung DAP na dineclare na unconstitutional ng Supreme Court. So that people now will really judge it. Ano ba yung DAP na itong kinreate na ito? Nakabuti ba ito o nakasama?
Well, hindi ma-account to begin with.
In the first place, ayaw ngang i-disclose muna. Bakit ayaw ilabas?
So that's the danger.
Kaya iba-iba nga yung discrepancy na kine-question eh.
Hanggang ngayon. Well, tinitira ni Toby Chanko, hanggang ngayon only 10 billion came out, blamed to Congress and the senators, out of which he's saying 4 billion is unaccounted for. And then there's the under 139, 140, which Butch Abad refuses to account for. Same thing Nancy Binay's been going after and everything. Meantime, nawawala.
Na-divert nga attention kay
Binay.
So, for the moment, there was a respite on the part of the DAP issue. But this will always come back because it's the people's money. If we're talking of a 2.4 billion overpriced building, what happens to the unaccounted 140 billion? I can have many buildings. You know, at least yung building nakikita ko, nasasakay ko elevator, in overpriced mo sinasabi nila, yung parking lot.
So, this is the misinformation we're talking about, which is in the media.
People
right
are advised or are directed towards to get mad at the wrong issue. Okay? Sabi, magalit kayo sa building ni Binay, overpriced po yan, ninakaw ang pera po dyan. Pero hindi tayo nagagalit doon sa, hindi natin alam kung saan napunta yung pera na hindi nila may account. Na it's 10 times more because of the building.
Yes. It makes the building look insignificant.
Insignificant.
Yeah, but do you think this, well, obviously the inquisition's ongoing. You already have 12, and Trillanes nagbabanta na he has more in his pocket.
No, I think, ibato na nila lahat, ibato nila kay Binay. Dumating na sa puntos yung taon, imbis na magalit kay Binay, naawa po.
Ganun nga nangyayari, naawa lahat sa kanya.
Ang daming, kasi siyempre, nakakausap ko rin pag ako nag-ikot-ikot, supermarket, sa palengke, at sa taxi, mga taxi na nasasakyan ko kung minsan, napipikon na rin sila dahil bakit? Pare-pareho naman kayo dyan eh. At least ito, pero ito, may nagagawa ito na nakatutulong sa mahirap. May nakita nga ako estudyante kagabi, sinabi, bakit sila nagagalit doon sa eskwela? Yung classroom nga nila, better sa classroom namin sa San Agustin eh. And you see now, even the youth, na nagagalit kayo doon sa overpriced eskwela. Yung eskwela nga namin sa San Agustin, mas maganda yung classroom nila na nagpunta kami ron
Mas maganda pa.
Mas
And yet, nagre-reklamo kayo.
And so, all of these things, as I said, will boil down to ma-overkill. Pag na-overkill, and then it sounds like a broken record, as I said, then sabi ko, it is ineffective, will not anymore affect.
So, we can't, but right now, as of this conversation, it hasn't ceased, it hasn't slowed down, and it promises.
In fact, I told the Vice President when I saw him in that golf in Alabang, hindi ka nila titigilan.
Tutuloy-tuloy na nila.
Siguro hanggang 2016 yan, hindi ka nila titigilan. So, sabi ko, just be prepared for it. My suggestion, sabi ko sa kanila is, prepare for it. When they go to court, then face them in court.
That's the best way. But at least when they go to court, tatahimik yan because of the rule of sub judice. You can't talk about it anymore openly in media. Pag lumabas na yan.
Kaya nga, but anyway, they have their own reasons for it, no?
Yeah.
Kaibigan ko, katulad si Alan, is my good friend.
Yes.
No? And in fact, I told Alan, no, do what you have to do. That's your work. No? But at the end of the day, just do it right.
Correct. We're going to have to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know politics is dirty, and we all know that it will just get dirtier. At 2016 coming on, everyone is becoming hard-pressed with the elections in another year and a half. The real issues that really confuses, well, at least confuses me, is where this President Noynoy wants to go. I'm not sure he knows where he's going because he's still waiting for the cue from the people around him. But hang on. Wasn't Noynoy the popular vote, not the Liberal Party? Wasn't Noynoy the favorite because of the mother's morality, her political, her strong moral capital? Wasn't it her, not these personalities that are confronting us called the Liberal Party, be it Drilon, be it Rojas, be it Soliman? Gee, let's call them the traitors, call the Hyatt 10. Why are they leading the country, and why are we listening to all this misinformation that's going around? Stay with us. Let's address this when we get back.